Good morning, everyone. It's great to see people in person. So welcome here to the Rubenstein Forum at the University of Chicago. I'm David Aushalom, professor here at the university and director of the Chicago Quantum Exchange. So it's my great pleasure to welcome our new University of Chicago president, Paul Alivisatos, to launch this year's Chicago Quantum Summit. Let's give a warm welcome to Paul.
Thank you, David, and it's such a pleasure to be with you here this morning. As I was coming over, I was just thinking again in my head what an amazing set of developments are taking place in this field that you're in. It must just, the energy and joy of being in this field right now, I think it just is remarkable. I can only reflect on how it's a century since we first learned of what the quantum world is like and what a profound change in the picture of how the physical world works that it truly represents. It's just a completely different way of thinking. And it's so remarkable that it's been a century since a whole new way of thinking emerged before we were in a position finally to be able to control the phases of quantum systems and be able, as a consequence, to harness them in a more deliberate way. And the consequences of that are so profound. It will bring on, you know better than I, it will bring on a massive methodological change in how we think about subjects that cover a vast range. They encompass everything from imaging, sensing, communication, information, in such a broad way that it's from the point of view of a university, of course, at first we would think of it's astonishing how many academic disciplines will be completely turned upside down. I myself am a chemistry, nanoscience kind of person. It's going to completely upend the way research works in my world, but it's going to do that across a huge swath of disciplines, all across the academy. And yet what's so remarkable is that we're now really into the phase where the impact of this completely different way of thinking and completely different way of acting on the physical world is going to now start to transform our society in deep ways. We've moved into this new phase where technologies are emerging and they're broad and they're going to be very deep. But they do require a completely different way of doing things than our current technologies. It's an entirely new technology environment. And so we find ourselves at this astonishing moment. These only occur occasionally. We find ourselves at this astonishing moment where a completely new technology ecosystem is emerging suddenly. And so I think much of the topic today, I'm sure, will be around what will that ecosystem look like. And I feel quite certain that we will be building out new ecosystems locally and nationally and globally. And if you'll permit me a moment just to be local, it's so deeply important for our region to be at the forefront of this. And that requires very close and deep partnership between many sectors of our society, all the amazing universities in our region. I'm talking, of course, about our colleagues at UIUC and Northwestern and IIT and UIC and Chicago State and the University of Chicago. We need that kind of strong academic network. We also need partnerships with many aspects of government which can help us in an enormous way, with Argonne National Lab and Fermilab and many other entities that we have here in the Chicago region, and the new quantum investments that, for example, the Department of Energy and the NSF and others are making, and corporate partners, whether they be small companies or large corporate partners. And I just want to signal the extent to which this university is prepared to engage with all of those partners and to foster the ecosystem, to help it to grow and to be strong. And to add just one reminder to you, which is as we build a new ecosystem, we should be mindful of how the creation of it and how its benefits can flow to help a broad range of our society. You're here on the south side of Chicago. It's an amazing place. And there's so much creativity and resilience all around us here. So as we build out the ecosystem, we hope that you'll be thinking about inclusive innovation as part of what the new quantum world will be like, and that building this new world will be part of helping to lift all of our communities. So you're on a great adventure. And I'd just like you to know that in every way we can, the University of Chicago intends to be a strategic partner with all the different parts of our society as we build out this new ecosystem. So thank you, David.